Are you sabotaging your weight loss by not eating enough food? Let's get into it. Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Walk With Me. This is Josh here, and today we're talking about how to avoid plateaus, backslides, and how to set your calorie goals for your weight loss. For anyone that's been around the channel for a while, you know what my recommendation is for how to set your calories for weight loss. You want to aim for 500 calories less than your TDE, or in other words, 500 calories less than you burn every day. The point I wanted to bring up on this topic though, as much as everyone might remember me talking about that, I don't think a lot of people actually put that into practice, especially in the earlier stages of your weight loss. When you're setting up your diet, you usually want to lose as much weight as fast as possible, and this doesn't always correlate with a successful weight loss journey. So your total daily energy expenditure changes a lot depending on what your current weight is. And for all the people that are starting off that were 300 pounds plus like I was, you burn a lot of calories every day. I did some quick math on my original starting stats, and even with light activity, my old 315 pound self burned 3,300 calories. So referring that back to the math that I originally spoke about, eating 500 calories less than your daily calorie goal, that would mean my ideal diet when I started would have been 2,800 calories. I know that sounds like a lot, but you ate a lot of food to get to that weight, and you're still going to lose weight properly even with that amount of food. People starting off, especially when they're still learning everything, get scared of that big number, and they think, I can't eat that many calories. Who can eat that many calories? Well, I'm sorry to say it, but you've eaten more calories than that to get to the weight that you are today. So you don't need to worry about gaining weight or eating too much when you're first starting to lose weight. The other thing I see really frequently with everybody, myself included, if 2,800 calories will give me X amount of weight loss, more must be better, right? Say for instance, and I'm gonna use myself again as an example, 2,800 calories would have been my ideal starting goal. Say I said, I wanna burn more than that, so I'm gonna drop it down to 2,000 calories and do that because I know I can get away with eating that much food and still feel okay, and I'll just lose more weight. People think there's no downside to doing it that way, and on the short term, there's definitely not. You'll lose a lot of weight, you'll lose it really quick, but the thing is with that, as your weight lowers and as you lose more weight, you don't burn as many calories. It takes a lot more work to get those same calorie burns every day. That's why calorie goals and macro goals need to be adjusted as your weight lowers. You need to give yourself some slack and give yourself some room so you can adjust your calories to maintain that 500 calorie deficit throughout the entirety of your journey. Because if you're starting off, 315 pounds like me, 2,800 calories would have still netted me weight loss every week, but I dropped it down to 2,000. What happens when I get down to 200 pounds? 2,000 calories most likely would be an appropriate amount of calories for someone that weighs 200 pounds and is dieting and is working out. But because you spent the last X amount of months or years eating at that level, your body adjusts to that caloric intake and you're not going to see the same results. And this is commonly from my experience where people run into plateaus or they run into mental plateaus where they can't handle it anymore because it should be working and it used to work, but it doesn't anymore because your weight's dropped already so much. So my main point with this, you need to make sure and follow that. Don't cut your calories too much too early because it's gonna screw you over later in your journey. It's the classic tortoise and the hare. The tortoise is gonna win even though it doesn't seem like they're going to. And this kind of rounds back to the topic we had the other week with making things too difficult and not wanting to adjust to be easier. A pound a week or a pound and a half a week is still going to get you to your end goal, and it's gonna get you there a lot more easily, and it's gonna get you there a lot more healthily. Is that a word? And it's going to ensure that you continue to be able to successfully lose that pound a week or a pound and a half every week. And it's no judgment here because I was the same exact way, but the amount of people I talk to that are 300 pounds, 400 pounds, and just gash and slash those calories down to the bare minimum where you're not gonna have any room to fluctuate or adjust, when you have 2 years worth of weight loss to get through, it's just a recipe for failure. But that was the main topic I wanted to bring up today, everybody. I do have one piece of kind of news, I guess you'd call it. I have an Amazon store that I set up for the Bearded Fat Loss channel. Amazon has a new program for creators and folks like me that can have their own page of kind of their favorite products and items, to have kind of their own personal shop. You know, like I talked about in my 2018 YouTube goals video at the beginning of the year. You know, I've been trying to come up with ways to make this a little bit more sustainable for me and to provide ways for you guys to support me. And I think this is a perfect fit. So feel free to take a look through. I have a separate domain name for it. It's going to be shopbfl.com. Still kind of working on it. I literally set it up like an hour ago before I'm recording this now. So I'll probably have it a little bit more set up by the time this comes out for everybody. That'd be an amazing way to support the channel if you are in need of any of those items on there. So check it out. The links will be in the description from here on out. I also wanted to put out one last request for everybody. You know, it's been a few weeks since I've had a good case study from the Walk With Me comments. So if there's anything you're struggling with, no matter how silly or stupid it might sound, leave it down below. I'd love to help and help everyone else in the process. But make sure to like the video as always if you enjoyed this. It really helps the channel grow, and subscribe if you're not already. These come out every Monday. Recipes, vlogs, all sorts of other stuff comes out on Fridays. But until next time, I'll talk to you all later. Have a good one.